Hello, hello.
Okay, welcome back to the FOF podcast. Today we have our guest,
Boy Floss right here.
Boy Floss,
Yes,
and he
sir.
came with his
Building.
crew right here. What's y'all
Yes,
name?
sir.
Building, yes, sir. You know who it is. It's Jalen. NYC, we in the building.
Yeah, it's Max Hart. You know what the fuck we going.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Get it.
All right, so first question of the podcast, bro. How old were you when you decided to get into music?
3.
3 years old?
At 3 years old.
Jesus.
I started playing the drums at 3.
My son knew at an early age.
Yeah. My parents, they made music too, so it ran in the family. We were always around music.
What kind of music were they making?
They were on some rock shit.
Rock shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were on some
Yeah,
rock shit.
rockstar
I can
shit.
see that.
We took the influence and I started playing drums. He was playing guitar. And then it just like, maybe when I was like 12, I started making like EDM.
Uh-huh.
Someone showed me FL Studio. They shouldn't have done that. since
where it all
since
started,
that
right?
day, boom. And then it's crazy because I don't even use that no more. I use Ableton now.
Ableton?
Yeah,
Where I feel like
yeah,
FL Studio is dope, but like there's definitely
Yeah.
like better softwares out there and shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
sure.
preference. But y'all two like brothers, right? You're like
Yeah,
blood
blood
related?
brother. Yeah.
All right, that's dope. That's dope.
So boom, I was like 12, started doing that, and then when I was like when I started high school, I got introduced to Chief Keef, and that was it
Sheesh.
from there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
So
now we
you
here.
would say Chief Keef's one of like the influencers for you?
He's one
One of them.
of them. Yeah, early on it. Yeah, definitely. And
Uh-huh.
now too.
Feel it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was heavy on Chief Keef and Migos. That like introduced me into rap. Like when I heard I just remember seeing on World Star all that shit pop off, like Home on a Mission, like all the stuff
Yeah.
that was just crazy, you know, like when they first
Yeah.
came out, that changed, like that's what got me into rap. Like you know how you hear Drake on the radio and stuff,
Yeah.
but that's what they like force you to hear. That was like the first music that I like found on my own, and I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
People make music differently, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that was crazy.
It was just that time period in general was so crazy for music.
That was like the hype of like Chirac and shit, right?
Yeah.
I was
Definitely.
listening to complete other shit. I was listening to like T-Pain, Chris Brown.
Yes.
Cause you're a little older, you feel
Yeah.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's everyone's age in here? Like how old are y'all?
I'm 20.
20?
Yeah.
Me and Floss are the same age.
24? 2020.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
you. Got you. Where you guys from?
Staten Island, New York.
Staten Island.
Staten Island.
Yes.
Represent.
Not many are, but
Not many.
we have to be the ones, you know.
What's the scene out there and shit?
That's a complicated
How
answer.
could you explain it, bro?
I would say that it's kind of limited, like in terms of I feel like, for example, if you compare LA to New York, it's like it's more open. Somebody will be more receptive to your music.
Right.
Here it's like you're either with them or them. You know what I mean? Like it's like high school all over again, except with music.
Damn.
So it's like very cliquey. Everybody's in their own little group, and
Yeah.
like we're really the only ones like in terms of the island that don't move like that. So that's what makes us stand out. I feel like.
You guys got like a group name that you guys go by, or y'all just?
I mean, yeah, like we did and we still are, but we're all our own artists too. At the end of the day.
facts.
Yeah.
That's what it came down to. Like, you know, we could have took that route. We had a few other people that aren't here with us now, but you know, the people who took it serious, we decided fuck the group name. Like, let's just ride out Dolly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a little
100%.
deeper than just a group.
Like
'Cause
when
we
you
all
hear
together.
the music, you could see why. Like it's totally different. But when we come together, we make something beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all got our own path, but at the same time, it's like it's family too.
Right.
So we can easily branch off, but still be in the same, you know what I mean? Same
Yeah,
wave. Like
Facts.
we always connected. We're in tune with each other. We tell each other everything, but we're also our own artists. You know.
Right. Yeah. That's dope. That's dope.
Facts.
So I see you produce and rap like over
Yeah.
your beats and shit. Does that give you an edge over other artists when it comes to finding melodic flows and
Yeah.
lyricism?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Always will.
Talk to him, Flaw.
Always will. Like
Sell 'em.
even like from the perspective of money, like it's double always. I don't need no budget. I don't need no studio time.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like that's my thing. I like to be in control of my own stuff. I
Mhm.
don't want to have no like. I don't want to rely on anybody.
Right.
So yeah, I started making beats for like 2 years, probably from like 15 to 17, and then I started rapping. Once I made my first song, I knew. Like I just knew right away.
When was the first song that you made?
I don't know the exact time, but I was definitely like 17, around that, maybe 16 or 17. And I made the beat, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna rap on this. I don't know why I did it. Still to this day, like I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do it, and I did
Just
it.
feeling it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was around so many rappers because I was always producing,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do
recording,
this shit too.
always like recording people. So one day I was like, yeah, I could do this. Why can't I? You know, I did it and I haven't stopped ever since.
So you started producing.
Yeah, yeah,
What
that's
made
how I
you-
started.
What made you want to get into like the rap sphere? Just like,
I think it was because I spent so much time around other artists. I realized that I could do it too.
okay,
and
you
like-
just said that. My fault.
Nah. It's like,
I just realized.
No, but it's also crazy because, like he said, he started making EDM.
yeah.
So the fact that he went to rap is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was around people that, when I met him, he was around people that were making not rap music. It was more like, what would you say, like on the rock side?
Yeah,
right?
like in this time period, like between EDM and rap, I was also in 3 metal bands,
Yeah.
like rock bands, playing shows and shit.
Uh-huh.
Like at like age 13.
What were you like playing the drums?
Yeah, I was playing the drums like at these shows. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I have such like a rock influence in my shit, cause
Yeah.
like I was like that for real.
And you know, like being a musician, like a musician that knows how to play instruments, that also
Yeah.
gives you an edge with the music.
Definitely.
You
Yeah.
just understand
Yeah.
music a lot better.
So a
Yeah.
different angle.
Uh-huh.
We always ahead. Like
Yeah.
that's just how it's been.
Yeah.
You know?
That's very important too. Yeah. How does it feel that a hometown native known as Pete Davidson bagged Kim K? Like, that's a dub for y'all, Staten Island. That's a dub.
Putting on just like
It's a
that.
big W.
It's a-
It's
That's a-
definitely
yeah.
a big W. Shout out to my son Pete Davidson. Yeah. But yeah.
Nah, he needs to come fuck with me though. Like we gotta, if he's on the island like that,
Yeah,
he should have
facts.
been known.
I
already.
never seen
Uh-huh.
him though. So
Yeah, he's gotta
I
stop
don't
being
know
a
where he
ghost
been hanging
and
out.
come
You gotta put
come through.
Floss on SNL.
Yeah, tight shit. That launched
Fuck all
your
that.
career,
You know
bro.
what I mean? We gotta get in tune with him.
Straight to the Kanye connect. You know, I don't know, bro. You might not ever get that song if you
Straight up.
link with up with him.
It is a W though, to answer your question.
Yeah, big W. Shout out Pete Davidson.
Okay. Where do you get your inspiration to create from?
Ooh.
My life. I don't know. Like I feel like music is so, it's not like consistent with me. Like I could make 10 songs in a day and then not do anything for a week, or I could make a song a day for 7 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So the inspiration just comes from like what I'm dealing with in
Yeah.
the time, you know. And I like I'm very analytical. So like I can be at work one day or at school or out just driving, and I'll get an entire hook in my head and I have to do it that day.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be any other time. It has to be right then and that, like right away. So I don't know. I feel like my inspiration comes from what I see and go through every single day.
Right.
And I would say, you know what's also different about us than a lot of artists? When we first started it, we weren't looking for that hit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We started music because we just loved to listening and
Yeah.
making, like, love the art of it, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when we look at music, every time that we make music, it feels like it's, like, letting something out and, like, practice for when that time comes, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
never think a song is perfect, you know what I mean? So like when that inspiration comes, we could be sitting here right now and you might just get a melody and now you have to spit it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just because we love to do it, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Music runs through our veins, so
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On the way here, like 5 minutes ago, Jalen started singing something, and we were like, I wrote it down on my phone. We gotta do this song later.
Yeah, that's a
It's like
fact.
it's literally like that,
Yeah.
and we'll come home and we'll do it, and it's gonna be, you
Back.
know what I mean, and it'll be like, it'll be fire every
and,
time.
And that's what cuts into him saying that that's why having your own shit is the main important thing. Like
Yeah.
how y'all have your own podcast here, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When you want to do something, you got to be able to do it. If you're a real artist, you need your own studio, because if you need something to let out, you can't. If you don't have your own studio, you can't do it, you know what
Real
I'm saying?
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him, he put me onto that, and ever since then, like, that's where you get the best hits, is when you're alone and you have that time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You just get it done. You don't have
Exactly.
to rely on anyone else.
Exactly.
absolutely. It's the way to go, yo. You can't rely, like, it'll just slow you down.
Yeah.
You have to move. That's the thing about this type of life, is like it's so quick all the time. It's like something can happen, then it won't, and then this happens and that and that and that, and it's like this. It just goes quick.
That's a fact.
So
bro.
I feel like that's why a lot of people, like, they'll get traction, and then when they get it, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So
Trust me.
you gotta
Once-
stay ahead.
Once we pop off, we
True
got
shit.
20 more hits. You feel me?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
you know, eat that, and that's just like a week.
literally.
We got hundreds of songs. Like, everything is so strategic. Everything.
Yeah.
Has to
Seen on
be.
your story, you had like 300, probably way more.
I got like 600.
Jesus.
It's insane, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
The computer's worth 10 milli.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
the computer's worth 10 milli. minimum.
That's just 1 year.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah,
all
like,
2021.
but that's that's important too. Like making a large amount of music, I feel like that's controversial. Like I've heard people be like, why don't you just make one good song every week rather than 10 okay ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I feel like every time you make a song, you evolve as an artist.
Facts.
Right. Yeah.
Every
yeah.
time.
And
Like,
I'm sure you probably feel like that with your videos, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
after
we have some history.
so after you've had like a song in the vault, like will you release a song that's been sitting there for like a year? Like how does that
Yeah.
work with you? Okay.
absolutely. The
That's a
song
great
I just
question.
released is called Hit My Line.
Mhm.
I made it 2.5 years ago.
Oh shit.
But like the timing was only right now. It just caught up, like, you know what I mean? So that's why sometimes when I make a song, like let's say tonight,
Mhm.
you might not see that for 5 years, but
Oh,
I already
shit.
know, like, so it's all about timing. I feel like, cause I'll know when it's the right time for a song,
Right. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was a really good question.
yeah.
Facts.
So I seen you and your crew are about to throw a concert pretty soon. Can you guys talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we like to do this a lot. We make shows, or I'll have homies that'll put me onto shows. I'm trying to, build a network. I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Mhm.
Once again, this all goes back to what I said earlier, like not depending, dealing with these promoters, doing all this crazy shit. Like once you have a network, it's so much easier to get on.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, I know this person, he knows that one, connects back to me, and then I know another person, boom, boom, boom. It's all like inner circle rather than
Nice.
dealing with new people.
Right.
So that's why it's so important to go outside, like, and meet all these people, because you never know where it's going to take you.
Right. Right.
Listen, you're not a real artist if you don't perform. That's
Yeah.
it. You have to
Yeah.
perform. You have to know how to put on a show. When
Yeah.
we step on the stage, we treat it like that's it, the last day. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
There could be
So-
10 people.
It's not
I
even
mean-
just about performing all the time. It's about showing face, like
It's a
where you're
fact.
from. Like
Yeah.
even if we're not performing, we're at the clubs every single weekend, just popping out in the craziest fits, just getting people to look at us and know who we are in person.
Yeah, it's a fact,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Facts,
important.
facts.
I feel like even if there's 10 people in the crowd or there's 100, it never matters. That's the thing about us, like, and especially me, like, I care so much about live performance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because that's really what makes you a celebrity
Right.
rather than just a recording artist. How are you going to sell these tickets?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? How are you going to sell out shows? Like, so I definitely take a lot of time to think about how I'm going to go about doing that.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
What's
Facts.
like some of the thoughts that go in your head before you hop on stage?
Oof.
It's yeah, that's a great,
That's a-
that's so great. Like, that's probably the only time in my life where I don't have thoughts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the best way to put it to you. Like,
Just
when
like
I'm
go
stepping
mode.
on and it's that time, like, boom, the song started and I'm about to hop on stage. That's the only time I don't have thoughts in my head,
Yeah.
ever. You know what I mean? Like, it's clear. That's the only time I feel really like I'm here on earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
They're about to feel it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you guys opened for Riff Rap recently, correct? Or
Yeah.
how was
Yeah.
how was that?
Shit was fucking whack.
Nah.
Not
I
what you
mean,
would think.
Nah.
It's cool. Like, I'm happy that we got the opportunity. But I feel like, for some reason, I feel like we brought out more people than him.
Yeah.
For real?
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. But much love to him. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, that's how you know.
Mm-hmm.
Half the crowd was there for us.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
Coulda
That's
headlined.
lit.
You easily coulda
Yeah.
headlined that.
Yeah.
And like, I seen videos too, so there's proof.
Yeah, it was looking terrible.
So we really be on the
Yeah,
like
for
star shit, bro. When we
Yeah.
perform, like, that's so important too. Like, personality on stage and interacting with the crowd.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Artists sleep on things like that. I feel like
Do you guys like rehearse before, or you guys just say
Um,
fuck it? And
it's crazy. We never rehearsed before,
Yeah.
but like, I'm starting that now.
Go? Yeah.
I'm gonna actually, like, me and Max were just talking about this the other day, like, renting out a studio space just to perform to nobody. Like, I'll be dolo in there for 3
Mhm.
hours. I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
And film the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, just so you can see, like, look back, like, cause I'll be looking at videos from our shows and I'm like, yeah, that needs work, you know?
Yeah. I mean, when you make the type of music that he makes, especially, he's gonna need to do a lot of rehearsing.
Yeah, there's a lot of notes I gotta hit on stage,
Yeah.
especially cause like, I'm a real artist, so I try to harmonize and like add on stuff while I'm performing to make it more of an experience.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to do a lot more of this year.
A show, people pay for an experience, so you gotta give them one.
Yeah.
You gotta entertain them when you get on stage. You can't
Yeah. Getting like live effects on my voice is something I'm gonna start doing more. Dancers, props. This is all things I want to do this year.
Yeah,
See
that's
that,
next
yeah.
level. That's
Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
And practicing is definitely a
Yeah.
good idea because I know it's like a workout for an artist
Yeah.
to be able to sing like that, and then you're actually if you dance at the same time,
Yeah.
like you're gonna have to be in crazy shape.
I'm telling you,
so
it's crazy. Like
getting into
we,
it like that, like,
all three of us, like we be on the gym shit. Like we be in the gym, but I swear, like it's a different form of cardio on stage, yo.
wow.
Like
Yeah.
I'll be in the gym, no problem. But when I'm on stage, like I'll be out of breath in 2 seconds because I'm really giving it like my all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
Like Jalen will tell you, like we'll do a song, especially if we're both on it. After that, I had dead ass need like 2 seconds
Yeah,
to
bro.
catch my breath.
It's funny because while you're doing the song, everything's fine. But once that beat ends
Yeah.
and it's time to talk, it's like, oh,
It hits you. You're like, yo, I gotta take a breath. Like, yo.
hold on.
Honestly, I don't even remember what it is like when I'm on the stage. I always black out as soon as I hit the stage.
Yeah, it kind of is like
Yeah.
that tunnel vision kind of thing.
You're
you
just
know?
on go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you.
That adrenaline
Yeah,
hits
it's
and shit.
crazy.
You're so in the moment. Like that's why I be trying to like zoom out while I'm performing.
Ask Spencer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Spencer's
Shout out Chef, yo.
Chef.
My son
He
Chef.
actually came
Yes,
to the one we did on the island, which meant a lot because that was our
Yeah.
first thing that we had got on.
Chef
Staten
is
Island.
like that. He'll travel. That's why.
Yeah,
like-
he's not afraid to drive.
Yeah, he goes like
Yeah.
he's just on go. He's always on go. So and he
Except
showed
for today.
love like
Shout out to
years.
Except for right now.
Except for
but-
right now, it's all good though. I'm on his ass. Like I was texting him earlier.
Yeah, at least to another question. How did you and Chef link? Like, how do you guys know each
That
other?
was crazy. That's such a funny story, yo.
Yeah, I don't even know. All
This
this.
was like maybe it was a little more than 3 years ago, and he messaged me on SoundCloud or something like that, and that was it, bro. Like it's
SoundCloud?
that
On
simple.
SoundCloud, like,
Because back in the day, we was like, bro, I was on SoundCloud before that shit was cool, and so was Chef. Like, so he just messaged me on SoundCloud. That was back in the day when you actually had to log in on your computer and look at your messages in SoundCloud. Like, I had to log in. I said, Chef, who the fuck is Chef? Boom. Ever since. He
That's
showed love
crazy.
since day one.
since
Those were
day
the
one.
good days,
Yeah.
man.
And,
for all
like,
this social media
Still,
shit.
to this day, like, he sends me beats every week.
He done sent us so many beats at
It's
this point.
crazy.
And it's like, yo, like, I don't work with other producers because I make my shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 2 other people. Like, it's either Chef or my one of my homies, artist.
Shout out
That's
to
it.
artists, IG models.
Yeah. That's it.
Facts.
No one else. Like, Chef is still, like, I'll always work with him forever.
Artists goated.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chef.
So, other than yourself, who are some of like the upcoming artists out of the island that are really gonna represent the island if they?
2
pop
of them
up?
are sitting right here. And then we have K Woods as another part of this team. He couldn't be here.
K Woods, I remember him.
Yeah.
Okay, Woods.
There's other artists who are in our circle. And like that's what I'm saying. We have such a large network of people that we interact with. Like Lou Quattro.
Yeah, shout out Lou Quattro. Definitely for us.
Baby
Put your
Dior.
fours up.
I know there's more. I be blacking out in the moment, but that's what I'm saying. We have a large network. There's a lot of people involved. We all just move as a unit, but like I said, we still have our own path.
Right.
You know. Yeah. Shout out to Nizzy. He's the go.
So, when did you realize fashion was gonna be a huge role in your career, and how does it
Okay.
correlate with your image?
This is my favorite question.
Mm.
Talk your shit, bro.
I'm gonna say this, yo. I had no drip, like, not even a year ago. And this is all through just time and experience. Like, the more you start analyzing how the music industry works, and you get into these, like, places where you're around people who really be having it,
Mm-hmm.
you start to really understand, like, what it takes. And I was never into fashion, like, in my life. This is crazy. Like, 2-3 years ago, you could tell me I wouldn't know anything about fashion. It's like, it's a new thing for me, even right now. I'm so, like, I spend so much time at night just, like, researching shit. Just, like, so I can know facts about fashion.
Right.
Like, I'll look up the history of, like, Chanel just to know about it. And, like, I've been doing this lately, like, and it's become a whole new passion. Like,
So
I
you
spend so
actually,
much
like,
time.
study fashion.
Yeah. Like,
that's
right now,
crazy.
this is
That's
happening as we
crazy.
speak. Like, I don't know, lately I've just been in this whole new space. Like, I can't stop with the fashion. I'm so in tune right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Like, it's a whole other form of expression. It's so powerful to me. And it goes so hand in hand with music, you know?
Because image is everything.
Because,
Yeah.
like, you know, you could have an artist who got swag, but his music sucks. He'll be up easy.
Yeah,
So
facts.
that's why, like, when you combine them, it's undeniable. I'm trying to create an undeniable experience to people who first find out about me.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm doing it with things I enjoy.
Right.
Making music and getting dressed. So that's so
Absolutely.
important. Like, you know. Yeah.
So, you got a couple of projects and singles out, such as "Hit My Line,"
Yeah.
"Prodigy" that just dropped in 2021,
Yeah.
and "Diaries from the Dorm Room," which is a personal favorite for me.
Oh,
What's
man.
next though?
What is next, bro?
I'm gonna say this before I answer your question. Diaries from the Dorm Room is like old as hell to me. I feel like it was good at the time, maybe, but I feel like I've evolved so much.
Yeah.
So in terms of when we talk about what's next, I think it's gonna be a real experience this time, instead of just like selecting 10 songs and putting them out and not giving a shit about how it works or rolling it out, spending money. This time around is gonna be an experience. So when the fans receive it, they're gonna know the level has changed. I'm taking so much time now to really plan shit. Like, it can't be just like, oh, I want to drop today, so I'm gonna drop.
No, yeah, definitely.
Everything is planned now. So what's next is so much music.
Yeah.
So much music. And like, I've always been afraid to release tapes, albums, EPs. I've stuck to like the single route. That's gonna change this year. I'm gonna start putting out tapes all the time, cause I don't care anymore. Like, you know, like,
There's too much music.
the game
Yeah.
changed. Like, you know,
Mhm.
60,000 songs get released a day. So it's like, this is it. It's time. Albums are coming, mixtapes, EPs, singles, everything.
Say that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, music
Definitely.
videos, like, you know, just even shows, like trying to do shows every week.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Just be outside, show my face. Everybody, all three of us, like everybody we have back home, be outside, do this every day.
Say that. That's dope, man. I see you be traveling a lot across the country to put in some work and whatnot.
Yeah.
Out of all the places you've been to, what's your favorite spot?
Me and Jalen have some good experience in Florida.
Shout out to Joe. Shout out to John.
You know
shout
what
out
I
to
mean?
Relay. Shout out to Relay.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. In Orlando, I have a lot of good peoples.
Shout out to
In Miami, I'm about to go there in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of my favorite's probably gonna be home, New York. I love being home,
New York.
cause this is the only place I've ever felt like I had a home.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of traveling, LA is always gonna have a place in my heart. Like, just because I've been through so much shit in that city, and I've seen so much cool shit in that city, and I've experienced like things that have taught me so many lessons in music. So LA always has that place in my heart. Like,
Yeah.
I love to go there,
Yeah, LA's dope.
and
you know.
gotta be there. Like, I swear I'm about to go every month. Like, once I get my money right.
Right, absolutely.
know.
What about you, Jalen?
Yeah, I'll say Orlando. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a New York dude. Like,
Yeah,
always
yeah.
in New York. But yeah, definitely, Florida's lit. But
Florida's lit.
we gotta hit up like Texas, Atlanta, and
Yeah.
really see the different culture out there. You know.
We're trying to expand like a lot in
Yeah,
general,
facts.
just to where we go.
Mhm.
I want to go to Europe. I really want to put a lot of effort into pushing my music in Europe, cause I have that swag,
Yeah.
So
and I feel like that's a whole new avenue for me
that's a
in
fact.
general, like foreign shit.
Yes, sir.
'Cause
Shout out
I'm,
to
like,
fucking-
Like, you know, we're European. Like, my parents are not from this country, so I feel like, why shouldn't I embrace that part of me?
Yeah. What's your ethnic background?
Yeah, my parents are from Ukraine.
Oh, okay. I
You
thought
know
you
what
were
I mean?
Italian this whole time.
No,
Yeah, really, like,
shout out to the
European.
Italians, bro.
Yeah.
And shout out to PR. Shout out to
Straight up.
Puerto Rico. Shout out to all my Boricuas out there putting on.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, just like, I want to embrace that part of my culture.
Mm-hmm.
Do more foreign shit.
For sure.
Like, I was thinking about it yesterday night. What if I did like ad libs on my song in Russian? Cause I speak Russian, just for one song.
Yo,
Like,
give a line like.
no, it's not happening today.
That would be kind of hard though.
They're gonna
Like,
hear
that's
it, but
different
like, you
shit.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
fam.
just throw it in. Like, they don't even like ad
That's
libs.
subtle, you know.
Nobody's like, ad libs are ad libs. I be making sounds in them. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, you know, like, if you catch me doing ad libs, you're gonna look at me like I have 3 heads.
Yeah,
But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I say some shit in Russian, I doubt people will really know, but they'll know.
Say that.
They'll go back 2 years later. They'll be like, yo, that's crazy. He said some shit in a whole other language. I'm about to start doing stuff like that too.
That's
So,
dope.
so do you listen to Russian rap?
I did. I used to a lot.
Yeah, how is that compared to like American rap?
It's crazy. They try to steal our swag all the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
feel
serious.
like we're probably the kings of rap. Like,
Yeah.
because it's such a
Hell yeah.
new
Yeah.
art. I think it's only like 60 years old or something. Like rap or hip
Rap
hop
music?
isn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
hip hop
so
hasn't been around that long.
Late 70s. Late
Probably less.
70s.
Yeah.
Less, yeah. Yeah, like 50 years pretty much, I guess you could say. It's crazy, bro.
Shout out hip hop.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like the Russian rap is so funny to me because they really try to steal our swag, but like they do it in their own way, and it actually comes out really fire. Like they'll be rapping about like it being cold outside, and like eating like foreign foods
Yeah.
over like a drill beat. Like it's so funny,
I
bro.
couldn't even imagine.
It's
that.
actually fire though.
And
That's
they're all
crazy.
dressed like me right now. Full
Yeah.
of the tracksuit.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They be in the
I can tell.
tracksuits, but
I
like
can tell.
they're designer tracksuits, so they don't play around either. They fresh. But yeah, I used to listen to Russian rap a lot. I haven't recently though.
Do you think you ever drop like a full Russian song?
Nah,
Nah.
I don't think I'm gonna do it
That would be
because I
cool.
don't feel like I'm 100,000% fluent.
Oh, okay. So you
You know
don't
what
want
I
to
mean?
fuck something up. or,
Like there are some words I don't know,
Yeah.
but I speak it. You know, I speak it at home all the time. But I feel like to do an entire song in Russian, I'm gonna have to be at least 25 years old or something. I need more time for that. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I know they got like their own lingo and shit. Cause like my grandfather's Portuguese, and it's the same
Wow.
thing like here. Like we all like say certain words that like
Yeah.
like English is hard to understand
Yeah.
because of all the words that we
Yeah.
add in. So like you
Yeah.
could definitely
Yeah.
do that shit, but that would be different. Cause I know
Yeah.
a lot of artists, like Spanish artists, will like start doing like
Yeah.
rap in English, and then they switch over.
He's.
do
I mean,
Spanish and
he's pretty
shit.
much like Jalen could speak on that. I think real quick.
Nah, yeah. Basically, I'm gonna keep it a bug. Like, I didn't really heavily get into like smack reggaeton, like the trap reggaeton now until probably like 2-3 years ago. And when you hear like how much emotion they put in their songs, like that should change my whole perspective of music. You know what I'm saying? And the Latino artists put on for their fucking for PR, for DR, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And everybody there, it's not like you could say New York. Like if you're different, it doesn't matter. If you have that blood in you, they love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just like when you go back to like the heritage and shit like that. But definitely fucking like Spanish music is it's different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, even here, people don't even know what they're saying, and they're blasting Bad Bunny. They're blasting J Balvin now. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know what these guys are saying. They could literally be saying "fuck Americans." You know what I'm saying? Everybody will get lit to it. You know what I mean?
You know they go
But-
crazy.
Yeah.
But it's because that emotion, you know.
Yeah.
They know how to get people to move. You know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
culture is so connected. I feel like the Spanish culture is just it's so great when it comes to music.
That's a fact, bro.
Everything's like you just like
Positive vibes.
you in a family that consists of millions of people.
Yeah.
Everybody feels connected through it,
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's gonna be a really cool thing to see from Jalen in the future
Yeah, fact.
because I feel like that may happen at some point.
Definitely.
So I
Well
know
said.
you're heavy on spirituality. Could you spill
Yeah.
some knowledge to the people watching?
Where to begin? I don't know. I've always lived my life like. I mean, this is a controversial topic in general. I don't want to offend anybody, so I'm not gonna speak on beliefs, but like just the way I live my life is so based around energy, all the time. You know, like when you show a baby a picture of a ghost and you show them a picture of a lollipop, they always know which one to smile to.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like such a big part of my life, like just feeling shit. Everything is a feeling. Energy is everywhere. It's everything.
It's here right now.
So I just feel like everything's so based off of energy, and people don't even understand why or how,
That's a
but it
fact.
is. You know, like when you meet somebody for the first time, what's gonna make you hit them back up? You know what I mean? Like
Energy.
what's gonna make someone gravitate towards you?
Energy,
That's the
bro.
type of shit.
Right.
Like and Jalen knows too. I feel like we're in tune all of us, all my entire friend group is in tune.
Yeah.
You know, like we've always thought of things in broader ways. I feel like.
Yeah, like, you know, I wasn't supposed to meet Floss. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just like something something brought us together. Thank God it did. But
Yeah.
you know, you gotta believe in something. You know.
Yeah.
Through the hard times, you gotta believe in something. Cause listen, we both don't have the best backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? Growing up
Yeah.
and shit. You know, in my heritage, it's very believing in God and stuff. You know, so always God first for me. Definitely, and just believing in yourself at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like as humans, like we control so much of our life without understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Like just in terms of what goes in my head is what becomes my reality. And people need to start understanding shit like that. Like, it's so important to consistently like be on that frequency where you're inviting good things into your life.
Yeah.
Right.
And like that's the key word. Like, you have to invite it in. And that's how I live every second of my day.
And
It's
manifest. I know you're big on manifestation.
Yeah, manifest. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like you just like pray before you go to sleep.
No.
It's like
Gotta believe that shit.
everything about my life is always related to my path in music. Everything. Like, there's not one, like, there's never been a day where I didn't think about this shit.
Yeah, bro.
For the last 10 years. And that's why shit's coming into my life. See what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the more you do something, the more you attract it.
Right.
And that's really how it's been. Ever since I came back home to New York, I've been attracting everything every day just by living, rather than like actually taking time to pray or whatever. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like, you know, every second of the day goes to what's coming next. How am I gonna do this?
Right.
Don't let life live you. That's a big lesson.
You gotta live your life. Yeah,
That's a quote. Get that.
that's it. That's amazing. Yeah, living in the moment. You know, like it's so easy to live in the past or in the future. I learned it the hard way in my life. I was always living in the future. It was a big mistake, you know, because like, how do you get there, right? And that's what it is, living in the moment, and just attracting everything that I want. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's dope, man. I got a question for you. How did you get the name Boy Floss? Like, how did that? Like, did you go through other names before that was the final, or?
It's funny. I never had another name. Like, this goes back to what I said in the beginning. I was at these rock shows, yo. I was like 12, 13, 14 playing these shows. And he was there too. He was playing the guitar and shit.
Yes, sir.
And like, for some reason in New York, that term floss just like stands for overall success. They'll be like, oh, he's flossing.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing some other shit. So I was playing the drums at 13 on stage, and everybody's like, yo, he's flossing.
That's crazy.
It was so weird. Like, it just happened one day. People started calling me that. And then every time I came to the show, everybody was like, yo, it's Young Floss. So it was supposed to be Young Floss. And then one day I was in the studio and somebody was like, yo, like, you can't do that. It's got to be Boy. Something about it sounds crazy to me. I was like, yo, you're right. And that was it. First song I dropped, I already had my name. It's been one name, like, since the beginning. I have so much confidence in it. And I feel like this is so important.
Yeah.
This is how I always thought about your brand name as an artist.
Right.
When back in the day, at least, maybe not now, you used to get a ticket when you went to a show, like a real physical ticket that you had to show at the door to get in. And the name that's on the ticket in the middle is in big letters. I always visualize, like, that has to look right.
Right.
You know what I mean? How is that gonna look when my name is on it? And that's why I love my name. I'm so confident in it because I picture it on a ticket, and I'm like, yeah, he could sell out a show just because of the name.
Yeah. Boy Floss just has that verification ring to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it on the ticket. You see it on the ticket, and you're like, yo, like, okay, that makes sense. I can see that. I can see that at Barclays Center, for example. Like, you know.
Yo,
same with Jalen.
Yo, Prestige, is it cool if I ask him a question real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I actually want to know this.
Yeah.
Alright, so I don't know how much music you've heard of his, but if you know every song he produces, you hear it. Damn, Floss, why is it so rare?
Yeah.
So when you hear that, you'll know it's him.
Yeah.
I want to know, Floss, how did that transpire? Like, what made you want to do, like, why is it so rare?
That's another thing in that time period. Like, I guess my music came off as like a rare thing because of how cool it was. It's like you don't hear it often, right? So it's like, okay, it becomes rare now. And I used to just say it off. I was like, yo, this shit is rare. Just because it really is. Like, there's nobody doing shit like this. So I was like, all right, let's run with that. I was in the studio one day with some girl, one of my friend's girls at the time. And she said it for me. I was like, yo, you have to say this right now. We did it on the spot. And it's been like 6 years, yo. I swear, I've never heard from her again. Like, I don't even know who it is. I don't even know her name.
And still to this day, that's the time.
Yeah, like, bro, I don't even know her name. Yeah. But that's what it is. Like, it's a stamp. If you hear that on anything, you know it's me. Yeah. And that's also so important. I feel like nowadays, there's so much shit everywhere, so much content. You have to, like, stamp it somehow to know that it's yours.
And it's crazy that you know how hard it is for people to get that?
Yeah.
Like, you got that off the rip.
Right. Producer tags,
Shit is
like, you
dope.
know, you hear Metro shit, you hear Pierre shit,
Yeah.
you hear London shit, like, that's a stamp, bro. It's
Yeah.
timeless. It's like just the tag is worth millions.
Deadass.
You know what I mean?
You hear that
So I was-
Metro?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I was always thinking about that. You know?
Yeah, for sure. So, like, who are some of the artists that have used some of your beats or production skills?
There's a lot of artists I've worked with on a local level, especially in my city in New York. Probably like over 100 over the years if you really add it up. But if we're talking about big names, there's been some that have never been released. I'm not gonna speak on that though,
Okay, yeah, that's
just
cool.
because I don't want to mention names. But it has happened. Yeah, but the time's coming. I'm not worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
100%, yeah. So, what's a feature you would want from anybody in the world?
Rihanna,
Rihanna?
I want it.
That's so left field. Why Rihanna?
Yeah, I just love her voice, and I feel like if I could have access to making that and engineering it with her, it's gonna be like, it's so next level. I can't even speak on it. It's too
Mhm.
crazy. I don't know why. I've always like wanted a feature from Rihanna, but if we're talking about like really rap shit, there's so many. Doug, Gunna, Chief Keef,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Let
Like
me get an Offset verse.
yeah, Offset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take off. I'll take anything. Like
Yeah.
bro, cause like that's the thing about us. We love listening to music. Like we're not those artists who are like, yeah, fuck that. We only listen to our music.
Nah, yeah.
We love to see what's going on in the culture. That's like, you know, I have so many favorite artists all the time. I'm trying to listen to something new. Like
Right.
what's happening.
Weekend one day.
Yeah, The Weeknd.
100%
That's
The
especially for
Weeknd.
him. He's more on the singing shit.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so many artists, bro. Like, but I definitely have a big influence from like Atlanta, slightly, I guess, and you know, some New York, some LA, some Europe. It's all mixed.
Words.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Where do you see yourself 5 years from today?
I'm gonna be in a penthouse with Jalen and Max, Kyle.
Private Island.
I'm gonna just be somewhere like better days. I
Facts.
see better days. Shout out to Gunna.
Giving back to the community has always been a big thing of me and
Yeah.
and me and Floss. So
Mm.
when we get big, we wanna really be in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Giving back. You know?
Yeah, maybe
I
not
have-
like live there.
Like
But
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Helping out the
Yeah.
community.
We're done with
stuff
those.
like that. Yeah.
But I'm saying like me, I have a dream myself that I wanna when it's
Yeah.
all said and done, I wanna make a school for like the less fortunate kids back in Brooklyn, cause I was
Yeah.
born in Brownsville,
Yeah.
and making it out of there is almost impossible. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I wanna make a school for music where just for the kids, and you could come like even when you're at a young age, you may not even know you like music, come
Mhm.
through. But that's like the big picture shit. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, giving back to the community, something we need to do, even
Yeah.
if we don't make it off music,
There's
Yeah.
five,
Sure.
there's 5 essential things that are gonna be in our lives 5 years from now. Fast cars,
Fast,
Okay.
good fashion,
good
Fashion.
fashion,
exotic women,
exotic,
Women.
a private jet,
Jets.
TJ.
PJ,
and
Jeez.
a lot of ice.
a lot of
Outside.
ice,
Ice. Yes,
Nah.
sir.
Yeah, for real. But like
humans.
even besides the
That's material shit, though.
material shit,
Yeah.
like I think on a real note, like for us, it's always been about the music.
Facts.
I remember when I was a kid and I was on a bus going to school, tight as hell. It's like 7 a.m. All I had to do was put my headphones in.
Yo,
and
you
they
bumped
just-
that March Madness, and
Yeah.
now you want to go to
Yes,
school.
you know what I'm saying. Yo, like that's what it's been about. Like I feel like I had a conversation about this the other night. To make this quick, like someone asked me like, why are you doing this? Like why?
Mhm.
What's the point? Why do you make music? Why do you want this?
Timeless.
And when you really like think about that question, it's so difficult to understand like why. But I understood that now. Now like think about it, cause I want like some other kid to feel how I did on that bus. That's what I want.
Mhm.
Like, cause that shit was so powerful. Like, it's so beyond your daily life.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Right.
And it goes back to giving back. Like, we came from a place, right? It influenced us, so we have to give back in any way possible.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really dope, bro.
Yeah.
So we're coming to a close of the podcast, but would you like to give any closing statements or advice to the people watching?
Yeah. First off, fuck with prestige. Number 1.
Yes.
Yes,
Fact.
sir.
Straight to the top. You already know.
Yeah. Always. That's coming too. Visuals. But besides that, what's to come is just like a lot of pressure. We put our foot on the gas, in every way possible. Jalen, Max, K
Facts.
Woods, everybody. There's a lot of shit coming. I'm very excited for it, and I think it's a matter of time, really. And, you know, everything's coming soon. And the music is about to be on a whole new level, just because we've all reached a point in life where I feel like we've evolved as people.
And honestly,
enough.
we're fed up.
Yeah.
Fed up. We're very angry. We're upset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We've been counted out a lot.
Yeah. So that's all I'll say. We usually let the music speak for us. So
Yeah.
this is probably the most you'll ever hear us talk, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like, I'm telling you, I've been making rap music for like 4 years. I've never done a podcast. But that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the point. This is just one of many more to come. Everything is getting doubled up this year.
Right.
We going hard on everything.
We're not going to give them an option on whether to hear us or not.
There's no options left. You're going to hear us. You're going to see us. It's regular shit. And that's it. That's all I'm
hungry.
saying.
We haven't Nate. We're still hungry.
Starving.
Starving. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks, Floss, for coming out to the podcast.
Thank
man.
y'all, man.
Appreciate
We in Philly with
That's
it.
a fact.
Philly with it, baby.
We in Philly with it.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
thank y'all for real.
Yeah,
Nah,
bro.
much love.
It's been your host, Prestige and Kyle.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see y'all on YouTube.
No vibes.